ENTHooligins, your entertainment hub.
And after what seemed to be a forever-lasting hiatus, I am your boy, Baby Moy, and that is my ENT Hooligan crew. What's going on, hooligans and gooligans? I got Ness, Star Fox, and my main man, Austin, here. Baby, we are back in full effect. The crew is here, never fear. What's up, y'all?
What's happening, everybody?
What's up, y'all?
Welcome to a new month, baby. New month, new beginning.
Right.
New month, new beginning, new vibes. Just to let you guys know, this is going to be an audio only, and a lot of our stuff is going to be audio only for the time being until the system could figure out how we could integrate in terms of recording my sexy, sexy figure for you guys to bestow upon. Yes?
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. Well, we have the lady in the panel. What do you think, Star Fox? What do you think?
That's
Nothing?
Oh, okay. I
Nothing?
guess that's
Come on.
negatory. Nothing.
Negative, sir. Okay.
I'm
Tough
keeping my
crowd.
opinions to myself.
That's a
Oh,
tough
okay,
crowd.
okay. Yeah, we got a rough crowd here tonight. Yeah. Or this afternoon.
So, guys,
Tonight, this afternoon.
how was y'all weekend? How was the long drought / hiatus? How did Saturday night treat y'all?
The weekend was crazy, dude. And you guys
Weekend
know
was
that.
great.
So,
We
it was great, but crazy, man. Absolutely crazy.
No
know.
complaints,
Woo.
man. No complaints at all,
Nah.
man.
Lot
Awesome
of-
weekend.
A lot of partying, man, honestly.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yep.
You know, I don't mean to give a particular venue a bad rep here, but Wingstop, I don't like you.
I don't like you either. We
I
know.
don't like
on
you.
blast right now.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Y'all
y'all
are on
food.
blast.
Unfortunately, y'all food is good, but the one particular joint we went to over the weekend was crap.
Yes,
A crappy
it was.
service.
Dude.
I'm not here.
And overcharges.
This music is
Overcharges,
lit, by
too.
the way.
You like this?
Sorry, but it's like techno and rock, dude. It is so sick.
Yeah, it's cool.
It is freaking dope, man.
Very, very interesting. Yeah.
Shout out to our Put Us Together, bro, because this
You know
is lit,
something?
man.
Somebody from
Well done,
NJPW,
well done.
I picture somebody from that organization coming out to this.
Coming out to
Coming out
this.
to this.
Yeah,
Word.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Because it
It's
has
nice,
that
man.
really
Or-
Japan. It has that Japanime type of feel to it.
Or
Yeah.
somebody from Pride, if Pride were still around.
Exactly. Yes. Because you know how
Man,
they.
Pride
yeah.
was good.
You know how they get down
Yeah.
with the theatrics,
Yeah.
right, man?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now speaking of Pride, however,
Oh my god.
Yes,
That's
yes.
funny.
this past weekend we had UFC 214
Ooh.
headline
right.
main
Ooh.
event by Daniel
Yes.
Cormier
Pretty good.
and John Bones Jones, who's back.
That's
right.
And
Ooh.
what a statement he made. But before
What a-
we get to that, I want
what
to
a-
remind you guys to please thumbs up, subscribe, love us, like us, share us, comment.
Yes.
And if you guys want to know how to follow us as well, I'm going to leave a description link there at the bottom so you guys can expand. If you're on a mobile device, you know what I'm saying? Hit that button so that way you guys can get to the Twitter, to the Facebook, and all that good stuff. Ain't that right, guys?
That's right.
That's right.
right.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, guys.
That's
Yep.
right.
Let's get to some UFC 214.
UFC 214 was a stacked card which delivered and then some.
And then
I
Yes.
personally have not been this excited for a UFC event in a while. It's been a while. But this card, boy, it reawoken the MMA fan in me, the UFC fan in me, excuse me, because Bellator has done their part
Bellator
to
really
keep
did
the
it
MMA
for
fan
us,
in me.
man. Yeah.
The UFC
Yeah.
fan in me was reawakened by this card. This card was stacked. It featured not one, not two, but three title fights,
Three.
plus a fight of the night candidate.
Well, if you ask me, there were
Awesome.
only 2 title bouts considering how the one
Yeah.
belt was defended, but we'll get to that later on.
Yeah, we'll get to that later on. Yeah.
Yes. But overall, though,
But overall,
very good. Though.
exactly, Austin. Overall.
Awesome. Overall, an
yes.
awesome event. Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
So we got Ness's opinions on the event. We got his overall.
Where should we even start with this?
Well, before we even get started
know.
with the card, I want to ask Star Fox and Austin, what did you guys think of the event? Did you guys enjoy it? Are you guys as satisfied? Were you guys as hyped up as my man Ness over here? Or do you guys kind of see it more as it was an okay event? Was it blah?
No,
What grade do y'all give it? What's up?
Yeah.
I give it a 9. On a scale of 1
Give
to
it a
10.
9. That's good.
Yes, the reason why I give it a 9
Nice.
was
That's good.
because Cyborg should have been the co-main event.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
get
totally,
that.
100% agree.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
We definitely
We'll
But
definitely
honestly,
elaborate on that. Yeah.
Honestly, it really, I mean, it was. I can't say enough good things about it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
What about you, Austin?
It was amazing.
I know you, Austin.
Yeah, it was-
Listen, for the whole week, guys, let me explain something to y'all. For the whole week, my man was like, I
was
gotta watch
hyped,
this
dude.
fight. I gotta watch this event. We gotta do this for the event.
was hyped, dude.
Yo. My man was on fire
Hey, I
for
was
this.
ready, man. Listen,
He was on fire
I
for
wanted
this.
to come prepared for the show for once. I wanted to come prepared, have an idea of what I'm talking about. I give it 9 too. Me 9 as well. Sorry, that came out wrong, but
You good,
yeah,
man.
If it wasn't
You
for
good.
It's all
that-
good, man. It's all good.
If it wasn't for that one garbage fight, almost put all of us to sleep, it would have been a 10. But yeah, I'll leave it at that.
I think we can all agree on that. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think
Absolutely.
so. Yeah.
Absolutely. We could definitely agree on that. But let's start from let's cover the 3 main matches anyway, though. Even though one of them was a bore
Yeah,
fest.
Go from the beginning.
So
Well, actually, we didn't watch the very first one. Kind of came in at the end of the legitimate first one.
true.
that they
True.
had.
Good point. Good point. But we
Yeah.
caught all the important
So-
stuff, nevertheless.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first one we saw
Nonetheless,
was Cyborg and I believe.
Well, the first fight we saw was
The
Donald
first
Cerrone
fight.
versus
Donald
Robbie Lawler.
Cerrone
Definitely-
versus
Oh,
Robbie
that's right,
Lawler.
that's right, I forgot.
Which more or less
fight
was a
definitely-
I forgot.
which more or less was
Which
a
more or less definitely was awesome.
yeah, it was a
that-
bar fight. It was more or
good.
less a grudge match for you guys who understand it in them terms. For those who are new to
Yes.
the MMA picture, so I gotta kind of break it down that way for you guys. But
Yeah.
Two fighters who are simply exciting to watch every single time they go out there.
absolutely.
You got
Without a shadow of a
Robbie
doubt.
Lawler, who just loves to
awesome.
stand and brawl, and then you have Donald Cowboy Cerrone, who is a fighting machine.
Not to mention, bro, he's somebody who's adaptable, man. Throughout the years,
Yeah.
man, if you study him, if you guys have seen him like we have, you guys will understand that this guy, not only is he a brawler, but he's smart, even though it kind of doesn't appear that he is because of his radical way of fighting out there, but he's more intelligent than what he gives off, people. We got to give him credit for that because...
he's more of a technical brawler, if that makes any
Exactly.
sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He really is. I mean, he could throw hands, but at the same time, you know, wherever you want to go, he'll go and he'll adapt and he'll pretty much, to the best of his ability, hey, you know what? It's killed or be killed. Either I'll pick you apart or you'll pick me apart.
He's very versatile with his strikes. He's very, especially with those kicks.
Absolutely.
And as a result of that, people underestimate his ground game, which he also has.
Absolute. No doubt. No doubt, you know, and it's something that's overlooked because if you look at the caliber of matches that he's had and, you know, that brawling style that he presents, that very exciting style, it's easy to forget that, hey, you know what, dude has a ground game, but it is there.
Absolutely.
It is there, and people like to see him, man. People generally they get excited whenever there's a Cerrone match come into town. Hey, they love it and they eat it all up, man. How could you not? How could you not? And
How could
Robbie
you not?
Lawler in his
Donald
own right
Cerrone-
too, man. He's been through wars, brother.
Donald Cerrone is fun to watch, and we love to watch him fight, and he loves to fight. If he could, he would fight every freaking week if
Every
they let him.
single day. Yeah.
He's a fighting machine. And Robbie Lawler, as my partner here just said, he's been through war upon war. He's never in a boring fight either. I mean, this guy, I mean, man. When we talk about his 2 fights with Johnny Hendricks, his fight with his 2 fights with Rory McDonald, his fights in Strikeforce, his fights in the UFC during his first stint. I mean, what more is there to say
It
here?
goes on and on and on and on. That beautiful strike force, man. I can't help but to kind of miss it, when it's mentioned.
Thank you, Scott Coker. Bellator is where it's at right now, man.
Absolutely.
Coker's bringing it back, man. Scott Coker.
Absolutely. Big up, big up. But that was that match, and it really met my expectations. I can't say that it didn't. It was everything and
absolutely.
a lot more, as usual, as only them two can deliver. Nasty, brutal shots.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Kicks
I
galore.
only wish it were a 5-round fight.
Oh, I know.
That's my only wish.
That'd be nice.
I
Now-
could have watched them go on for 5 rounds.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, moving on from that, we had... Oh, boy. Ness, I'm gonna let you present this one.
We had the baddest female in women's MMA, Christian Cyborg Justino, taking on the Invicta Bantamweight champion and new UFC newcomer, Tanya Evinger, who made her UFC debut. And props to her for stepping up to take this fight, to fight a Chris Cyborg, and a fighter in which nobody really wanted to fight. I mean, the
only
previous
that.
featherweight champion didn't want to fight her.
Not only props to her for that regard, bro, but props to her also,
yeah.
for clinging on to her like a spider, no pun intended.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she came. Oh,
For
she
3
was
rounds.
game, man. She came to fight. She came to win, and props to her. Much respect to her.
I mean,
will be back.
effectively, was that game plan going to work? Absolutely not. I mean, I'm honest. I'm not trying to sound like somebody who's trying to discourage the girl here, but look at Cyborg's work ethic.
Cyborg
Let's look at what she's made of. Let's look at what she brings to the table. Her skill set, her ground game, her stand-up game, her punching game. Come on.
Her dominance, her just imposing
And
style.
her patience.
She's just an imposing
Her
person.
patience,
And her patience,
yes.
She
Yeah,
took
she was
everything that
patient
this
throughout the
girl
whole
had to
fight.
offer. She was effectively trying to smother her, but it wasn't going to work. Eventually, when you fight Cyborg, eventually you hit that brick wall, or that brick wall hits you. You know what I'm saying?
Because Cyborg does not throw pitter-patter punches, okay? When she throws when she delivers those punches, those shots, those punches, those knees, they
her
come with
endurance
power
is
and
crazy.
accuracy. They come with power and accuracy.
Her endurance is unbelievable,
Like-
man. How she could keep up that same pace.
She's a beast.
Yeah.
Now she wants to fight Chris Cyborg. Now
She
wants to fight Holly Holm.
Holly Holm.
I say, hey, let's make it happen.
called
Let's
her
do
out.
it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had several individuals call other people out. So,
People out. Yep. We did.
And I yesterday I seen an article yesterday that said that Holly Holm is interested in this fight. So I say,
Wow.
let's
do
make
it.
it happen.
Let's do it. I mean, Holly Holmes, she's known for kickboxing. This chick is known for Christian Cyborg, the champ, baby. Is definitely known for her stand-up game and hurting people. So, hey, let's go.
For a second there.
Why not?
The champ is here, man.
There it goes.
And man, I couldn't be any happier for Chris Cyborg. I mean, after all the
No.
struggles that she had endured to get here, she's finally here. She's finally in the UFC, and she's finally reached the top of the mountain here. She is the champion at
And
last.
And she is. She's very, very, very happy with her results. You can,
Absolutely.
You can tell.
Man, how could you not be happy for her? I mean, man.
Exactly.
I couldn't help
awesome.
but to feel happy for
Man.
her. I was happy for her, man. I felt so good, especially after knowing all the struggles that she went through and all the BS
Yes.
that she had to deal with Dana and the UFC and all the controversy that followed her, and finally she made it, bro. Finally she obtained what's rightfully hers. I'm gonna say it again, what's rightfully hers, because as she said,
Absolutely.
it's her division, bro.
It's her
and
division.
I dare anyone to argue that. Anyone.
Go ahead. You go ahead and try.
Yeah.
It's her division. And it's going to be her division for a long, long
It's going to be her division
time.
until either somebody knocks her out
Or until she
or
says,
she retires.
Exactly.
Whichever one happens first.
Yeah.
Now, we gotta, oh boy. You guys know what time it is, right?
Can we just say we
Yeah.
did?
No, because
And,
I want to transition into something from this particular fight, and Ness, I think you know where I'm going here. So let's do it.
Let's dive right in. Go ahead.
Tyron Woodley. I can't even get the name out right.
Tyron Woodley.
Ty-
This is the co-main event of the evening.
Tyron
Featured
Woodley.
Woodley defending his welterweight title against Damian Maia.
Styles make fights, and Styles also drag down an event from getting a perfect 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this was no
Well-
exception to the cause.
This wasn't. This wasn't even a matter of Styles bringing down this event. This was a matter of Tyron Woodley being too afraid to take a risk. This was a matter of Tyron Woodley fighting not to lose rather than fighting to win.
Well, I
Tyron
could...
Woodley had the potential to finish Damian Maia. Tyron
but-
Woodley is a
Yeah.
much
Like
better
forever
striker than
ago.
Damian Maia.
Yeah, but somebody else could argue, okay, yeah, but if you're skilled enough a fighter, you can force the guy to fight your fight. You know what I'm saying? So they got to give this guy somebody that'll go straight for the jugular and look to knock him the hell out. That way he'll wake the hell up. That way he'll fight. Because what frustrates the hell out of me when it comes to Tyron Woodley is this is a person
has
that
the
once
potential.
upon a time was knocking people out left and right.
This is what disappoints because he has the potential to knock. And before he became champion, he was knocking people out, man.
Absolute.
Now all of a sudden he's like, I don't want to lose. I'm scared to lose. I don't want to take any risks. Like he just stood there, and defended takedowns all day long, and they set the record for least punches thrown in a 25-minute fight.
What
What
numbers
that?
are we looking at? 40 what?
45 to 23.
Yeah.
What? Come on, bro. You were the better striker.
Nah. 40.
You could have knocked him out. You could have finished him.
What is that?
And then he
The hell
has
is
the nerve to say
45
he's
to
the best in the
23?
world, and with that performance, he thinks he's worthy of a super fight with GSP. No, and no.
You know what GSP will do to that boy? I mean, I'll get to the GSP stuff on another podcast because I mainly want to recap what happened this past weekend and give my opinions on that. But
Yes.
Yeah.
let's just say, that this thing happens with GSP, bro. Come on, man. Say what you want. GSP is GSP.
GSP is just gonna knock him out.
Tyron Woodley, man, he has the potential to finish guys.
He does.
Man. Like,
He does.
he's just. I don't understand
does.
this overcautiousness that he fights with now.
All of a sudden, he wants to play it safe.
Like, dude, you're the champion.
I mean, I understand you don't want to lose your belt. I understand to some degree when you are champ, you have to play it safe. But, bro, you can't pass yourself off as being the best when you have no highlight reel to really speak of.
Yeah.
So this
Okay.
is crazy because in one sense we have somebody who's defending his belt who has no highlight reel, and then we have somebody else who has a highlight reel to speak of but doesn't defend his belt.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's messed up, man.
It's
Tyron
crazy.
Woodley wants to be considered one of the greatest of all time. This is not going to get it done.
Absolutely
This is
not.
not going to get it done. Okay?
There's no way.
When we think of the greatest of all time, we talk about George St. Pierre, Anderson Silva,
That's
John
right.
Jones, Demetrius Johnson, Jose Aldo. When have they ever put us to sleep?
Never.
When have any of those guys ever
No,
put us to sleep?
Never.
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 Independently
Absolutely
of
never.
independently of Aldo going the distance quite a couple of times, George St. Pierre going the distance quite a couple of times, what they've always brought to the table is entertainment, and what they've always showcased is their skills, and what they've never been were punk-ass cowards who were afraid to get sloppy, to get a little dirty, to hurt somebody to some degree. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bruh.
Yes.
Look at Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen. Look at George St. Pierre and BJ Penn. And the list goes on and on and on. Come on. We had okay, well, it was a mismatch and it's right, but come on. We had a John Jones who wasn't afraid to. Well, then again, John Jones shouldn't be afraid of anybody. But I'm just saying, just for argument's sake, not afraid of the berserker, Mr. Shogun Hua.
No, he dominated him. Dominated.
Come on.
I mean, my God, one of the best performances I've ever seen.
But what is Tyron Woodley doing?
He's fighting too scared, man. He's fighting not to win. He's fighting not to lose.
Has he lost that instinct? Does he not want to scrap anymore? Does he not want to fight? And, what bothers me isn't the fact that he's winning. It's more so the fact that this guy wants to talk and come across as, I solidify myself as the best.
Like, no, you have not solidified yourself as the best. Yeah, you have solidified yourself as the cure for insomnia, is what you've solidified yourself as.
I mean, like I said on Saturday, bro, if he's putting anybody to sleep, it's the audience.
Yep.
Yes. Like
he's not putting his opponents to sleep.
He dropped Damian Maya in the second round. He could have done some serious ground and pound.
He could have followed that up. Yes, exactly. He could have gotten on him. He could have gone ground and pound. He could have looked for something there.
Because granted, Damian Maya is a master beat Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist practitioner.
Yeah, but he ain't used to getting spanked like that.
But he does a lot of his damage when he's on top.
Exactly, like I said, he's not used to getting hit like that. So once you got him under that control, I mean, come on, bro.
And this is what, as you just said. Me about Tyron, he has the potential to knock people out, man.
Absolutely.
Finish people.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, I mean GSP, he wasn't really known as a finisher, but nobody ever proclaimed him to be a finisher.
Exactly.
We all knew that. But this guy, we've seen this guy knock people out.
Yeah.
Come on, what are you doing? Clearly, you had the advantage on the feet.
You think?
I mean, come on, Damian Maya is a. Damian Maya is. We already know he's one-dimensional.
Now,
once you stuffed his takedowns, you had him.
Exactly. Because you shake his confidence at that point. Because what does Damian Maya pride himself on? Understand?
Taking you down and submitting you.
Right. So once he sees that you're powerful enough to basically negate his takedown, you get into his psyche.
He's got nothing else.
Right.
Yeah, he's got nothing else. That's all he's got. If you're able to stop his takedowns, he's got nothing else to fall back on.
Absolutely.
You could have won. Come on, man.
Now, speaking of Tyron Woodley, though, and I don't want to make it seem like defecating all over the guy here. I'm gonna give him his props on something.
We're just talking about his performance on Saturday night.
Right.
But yes, I know where you're going with this. Yeah, and I'm with you on this. Yeah.
On a particular podcast, and you guys could search it on YouTube. It basically, he talks about how other fighters can choose, pick and choose their fights, but someone like Demetrius Johnson is in a position, and sad thing again, given what he has done for the sport, and given his
does not have that same given his resume, he does not have that same leeway.
No. When damn well he should.
Absolutely. And this is where...
And I give Tyron props for standing up for him and for speaking up.
This is where I do give props to Tyron Woodley, because Tyron Woodley has been talking about this for months now.
Correct.
And he's absolutely right. Demetrius Johnson is not getting his due, and he should.
And just as he said, bro, that fight that they wanted to set up with Dillashaw was just ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. And the way they've marketed the flyweight division is absolutely BS as well.
I mean, I hate to say it, but they might as well not have it if that's the injustice that they're gonna do it.
Because why do you think people think that the flyweight division is weak? Because you hardly ever get exposed to it. And Demetrius Johnson is leaps and bounds so much better than everybody.
Okay,
that
but
you just think that everybody else is garbage.
Okay, but what does Demetrius Johnson do though? He finishes people off.
Fights,
and when he goes the distance,
he dominates.
When he goes the distance, he's been through a fight. He's gonna try to put you away.
He's a machine out there. I mean,
exactly. And you're going to tell
But
me
this
that
guy
somebody
isn't-
as exciting as him isn't marketable? Yo, how many other fighters haven't dominated their division? John Jones dominates his division. Nobody says anything about him.
Nope. Anderson Silva dominated the middleweight division. Nobody said anything about him.
But all of a sudden,
George
just
St. Pierre
because...
dominated the welterweight division. Nobody said anything about him.
But just because this guy's a smaller dude in a smaller division... All of a sudden, we're going to throw crap at him just because, we're automatically going to deem they're not as powerful. They're not as exciting. They're not as marketable because they don't have a look, because they don't have this, because they don't have that. No, that is BS because DJ has all the skills in the world and has been showing nothing but that skill set and has proven himself. He's made history.
Time and time and time again.
He's made history.
And he's on the verge.
Yet how many
he's
people...
on the verge of...
Yeah, how many people sat and watched that history-making night? How many?
Not many.
Why?
And why not? Why? Because of the lack of marketing. The egregious and blatant, disgraceful lack of marketing.
You know, and as great as the UFC card was this past Saturday, there are still loopholes upon loops upon loops upon loops that they need to work out. Let me tell you something, bruh. Even to this day, their pay-per-view buys ain't looking so good.
Man, I am fired up today, man. I am fired up today. Starting out with a bang.
To give you a good example, bro, their pay-per-view buys are basically the equivalent of what a program like Impact gets on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah, we touched on this last week. Yeah.
And for pay-per-view buys, that ain't good.
No, it's not. Not at all.
I mean, it's still considerable a good number, but for UFC, it ain't.
No.
Not a good number for the UFC.
And Tyron Woodley made a good point on this particular podcast. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head. When he talked about, Conor not defending his belt, but yet having all the leeway in the world to go and fight Mayweather and go fight Hulk Hogan and go fight Rocky Bono and this one and the other one.
And you know, one thing that he mentioned that I really, again, give him props for is the integrity of MMA is lost within the walls of the UFC.
Yeah.
Where is that?
So
Where is that company that has... Yo, remember when they used to advertise corn nuts?
Huh?
You remember that, Ness? What was the UFC saying there? You know, they were saying they're ballsy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But where is that set?
I guess now that they've gotten older, their balls have sagged.
Oh, Mr. McMahon. It's contagious, I see.
Right? Well.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
But it's an absolute.
Funny.
It is an absolute disgrace.
No, it's a circus. It's a damn circus.
It's a damn circus.
And it's really, really, really sad, is what it is. And it shouldn't be happening.
No, absolutely not. No. Demetrius Johnson deserves his due. Okay.
Most definitely.
But moving on from that, let's move on.
Now
we got the main event.
Now to the main event of the evening.
That's right, people. We
grudge
got
match.
the main event: el arroz con gandules, la sopa de gallina, la gallina con cerveza, la chuleta con. You know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's right. La yuca frita con mojito. That's right.
Con cola champán.
That's right. That's right.
Yuca. See what y'all did?
That's right.
The main event of the evening, the grudge match, the actual fight that deserved the marketing that it did not get.
No.
This was a fight deserved the marketing. No, what?
John Jones taking on Daniel Cormier.
Yes.
A feud which has been going on for 2 to 3 years.
Good 2.5 years, give or take.
2.5 years, give or take.
And it all culminated Saturday night. John Jones looking to redeem, looking to
finally prove that he can beat, and isn't under that shadow, eclipsed by that shadow that is John Jones. And John Jones looking to get his throne once again. to reclaim
Looking to- yep,
possession of his crown, of his championship,
Yeah.
of what's rightfully his, of what he
wait
never
a minute,
lost.
wait a minute. Yeah, John Jones was looking to come back, and as Maxine Waters said, reclaim his time.
The champ is here.
I don't know if you guys saw that, right?
I did. The champ is here.
here.
That's right. I had to. I had to.
Right.
And my God, they forget the feeling out process. They just started.
They
going
went right
so
for it.
fast.
Boom,
It was
bang.
right.
You know,
They
for,
went.
for every
It was great.
for every combination, for every heavy punch that Daniel Cormier threw, John Jones pap 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 pap. You know, and that was basically the flow of
Yep.
it. Heavy ass punch, big ass combination. John Jones pap 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 pap.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
like
and,
bam.
and that was the theme. That was the theme. Now I had it.
Yep.
Daniel Cormier 2 rounds to none
Yeah.
by the end of the second.
Oh yeah.
I
Yes,
think
yes.
I think we all did.
Now, Ness,
Yeah, yeah, I
I
think
want
it
you
was
to
2
I
rounds
want you
to-
to
yeah.
take us to the third round, please, sir.
Sir.
Third round, the excitement was continuing to build. You could feel the tension. The adrenaline was pumping. The third round, they continue on the same way the first 2 rounds started, and then out of nowhere came the leg kick from hell
The
that nearly
left foot.
decapitated John Jones. That nearly decapitated Daniel Cormier. And oh my God, you know what? I don't really fault Big John McCarthy for not stopping it sooner, because as the champion, you want to give him a little.
wanna give it a
chance to
little
defend himself,
leeway.
but oh my God,
Yes.
God,
Yeah.
But bro, the way
John Jones is a savage, man.
the way that John Jones
is a savage.
after that kick,
Oh,
when John Jones cuando se le trepó encima a Daniel Cormier, the way that he was throwing them hands, bro, at DC.
those hands and those elbows.
Yeah.
Oh,
Boom,
God,
boom,
those hands and those
boom,
elbows.
Boom! Oh my gosh!
Yes, sir.
Oh my
sir.
gosh!
That was it.
It was crazy, son.
It was a wrap. It was a
That
wrap.
was it. It was done.
It was dope.
But the other feel-good
Once he
moment
hit
of that
leg
fight,
kick, I was like, that's done.
head kick.
Yeah,
The
Head
head
kick.
kick was the beginning of the end.
I don't know why I was
Kicked
thinking
his head
leg
off.
kick. Sorry.
But the other feel-good moment of this event, of this particular fight, was the post-interview. John Jones, buddy.
Yeah.
John Jones' post-fight interview. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
good for you, man.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
in a
Welcome
great
back.
place. You know, he gave
Yeah.
DC his props, honored him not
Absolutely.
only as a
Absolutely.
fighter, but honored him
as a
as a
man.
man.
Absolutely.
Yes, exactly.
And you know
Really,
what? Whether
really classy. That's for sure.
whether you hate John for his transgressions outside the cage, you cannot deny that this guy is one of the greatest of all time. You can't deny
Yeah.
that. You can't deny it.
Absolutely.
And you know what? I also and also for those of you who want to say that DC was a paper champion, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Okay, DC was not given the belt when John Jones left.
No.
DC fought for the vacated belt and won it
Exactly.
and defended it.
Exactly.
So there is no
Exactly.
reason. So
I
Daniel
did-
Cormier has no reason to hang his head on this. He was a champion,
And
a
he came to
well-respected
fight.
champion, an accomplished fighter.
And he came,
Yeah.
to,
He came to
fight.
fight.
Oh, yeah.
And he brought a good game, bro. A game that I feel, now you can disagree with me, but I feel that had that same flow continued on for the next couple of rounds, I think that Daniel Cormier would have won that fight, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
For sure.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
I think
I
Me too.
very
I
well
think
think that
Daniel
Daniel
Cormier-
Cormier would have won that fight.
Daniel Cormier
Yeah, I
would have
do.
kept that pace up, and then maybe in the 5th round or so, he would have started utilizing his wrestling, and then boom.
Yeah,
Because let's not forget,
for sure.
let's rewind a little bit. Rewind selecta. There was a takedown by John Jones in which Daniel Cormier immediately rebounded from it.
Oh yeah, he just got back up like nah.
Not this
Pop
time.
back up like
you ain't
nothing
out
happened.
wrestling me. Not this time, boy. Not this time. You know, he was ready.
He was ready. Absolutely, he was ready to fight, man. And Daniel Cormier has nothing to be ashamed
Absolutely
of.
not.
You know, no reason to hang his head.
Absolutely
He is an
not.
accomplished mixed martial artist, Olympic wrestler.
He fought
He
John
wasn't-
Jones
he was
better.
A model, he was an accomplished champion. I mean,
He fought John Jones. He gave John Jones a better fight than what a lot of people would have been able to, bruh.
there is no shame in losing to John Jones.
Definitely not.
So I mean, I don't know why
Definitely not.
people want to delegitimize Daniel Cormier's championship run. DC was not a paper. He was not a paper champion. He won the belt. He won the vacated belt. The belt was vacated. The belt was not just handed to him. He fought for the vacated belt.
Now,
And then he defended it against Alexander Gustafsson, and then he defended it again against Rumble Johnson.
now I want to talk about Joe Rogan real quick.
Yes.
Probably like, what the hell does
Yeah.
Joe Rogan have to do with any of this?
Yeah.
Joe
that's
Rogan
a-
proceeded to
interesting.
interview Daniel Cormier afterwards. And
Yes.
here's the thing. Joe Rogan felt so damn bad afterwards because
Yeah.
Joe
Yeah, he
Rogan
did.
said to himself, you know, and he's a guy that obviously he's been through a lot of him. He's seen a lot in this sport. And he said, I don't like interviewing fighters after they've gotten knocked out. And he even
Yes.
promised to himself that he was going to try his best not to do so. Now, obviously, he's only human. People are susceptible to slip, make mistakes. And
course.
that was Joe Rogan on Saturday. Now, he said on his podcast that he was so mind blown by what had happened with John Jones and Daniel Cormier that he really wasn't aware of what he was doing at the time. He was a little bit wrapped into the emotion and the excitement of the moment. You understand? And
Right.
he said that he couldn't sleep for the whole entire night just thinking about how he messed up and how unfair that was to the fighter. You know, so, bro,
Yeah.
all this to say, I
It's a
respect.
tough situation to be in,
I
man.
respect you, Mr. Joe Rogan. You, sir, are the
Absolutely.
best,
Absolutely.
the best.
Like he wanted to get DC's thoughts.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He wanted to give him a chance to speak his piece, but at the same time, he knew he wasn't trying to
And you know what?
He didn't
This-
want to do it that way.
And you know what? This is a man that wasn't going to be fine until he publicly apologized, and he did that on his podcast. You know, sending a text message to Daniel Cormier and Daniel Cormier texting him back, telling him, hey, it's all right, don't think nothing of it, don't sweat it type of deal. He still wasn't fine. You know, he had
Yeah.
to say the sorry. He had to make sure that Daniel Cormier heard it verbally. You understand?
And this is, and this is where there's much props to Joe Rogan, man, for being man
Yeah.
enough to say, man, I messed up, my bad.
And you know,
And he said that you
was
have-
doing the-
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. When he was doing the post-fight interview with DC, you could tell he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
really
felt
did.
really
Listened
uncomfortable.
Really
and,
closely, he felt very
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, he really
Yeah, he
did.
did.
I think it was
I could
more
hear it
so.
too.
I think it was more so a factor of, oh crap, what am I doing here? I messed up.
exactly. Yeah,
You know?
Right.
that's what I mean.
Eh,
But you could
It's
tell
just
he really
that
felt that way.
routine. I guess. I know it's a bad word to use, but I guess that routine that whenever somebody wins a fight, you got to interview him. I think that's what it might have been.
Now, he
You know.
said that he didn't get in trouble by the UFC, which is a good thing. But he just took
Yeah, that's good.
he took on this apology on his own. You know, this is something that
Yeah.
he felt bothered
good
with,
for him.
and he said,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah, it's
keep
good
to
on
my
him.
promise and to the best of my ability to not try to interview fighters after they've gotten knocked out, which. Much
Yeah,
props to that. I
that's-
mean,
yeah,
for the
that-
most part, he's done well in that promise. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, this is
Yeah.
I don't ever recall him doing this before. This is the first time I've
No.
seen him do this.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
well, that's cool that he's able to admit it, though. Like, he doesn't
Yeah,
hide behind his head. It's like,
exactly,
I
yeah.
messed
Exactly.
up. You know? So,
And that goes to show you just how much he loves this sport, man. It's just like,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah.
yo,
speaking of Joe Rogan, and I'm gonna come back to John Jones in a bit, but personally,
I have an exclusive.
personally, I do want to bring this up, and Austin, this is something that I know you might be vocal about as well.
Yeah.
To me, Joe Rogan, he's great at what he does, and I dare say that just as was Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan is the voice of UFC.
Yes.
Undoubtedly.
Definitely.
However,
Definitely.
Joe Rogan, at this particular point in his career, I don't know if it's the vibe that the UFC has given off. I don't know what it is per se, but
Yeah.
to some degree, Joe just doesn't seem Roganish.
No.
you know, I think it has to do with the changing of the guard. You know, ever since the UFC was sold, they haven't. It hasn't been
Yeah.
the same.
Hasn't been the same.
Hasn't
Yeah, I
been the
hear
same.
you, man. Like,
I don't remember the last time I heard Joe go, "Oh!" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know, seriously. Yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I'm saying?
That. I know.
He clipped him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you're
I
saying.
mean that was a
just-
crappy
thing was
impression
like,
of
yeah.
him, but yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's been a couple years, if I dare say so myself.
Been a while. Yeah.
If I make guess.
It's been a while. I know it's been a while. I don't know exactly how long.
Yeah,
but it has
man.
been a while since we've heard Joe
Goodness
go.
me.
Ow!
That was better than me.
Yes. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, man.
But
Wow.
yes, it's been a while, a long,
Ever since
long,
the change,
long
ever
while.
since the changing
The
of the
ownership
guard, man.
change.
Ever since the ownership
Yeah,
change,
dude.
UFC has been
Yeah.
so full of BS, man.
Yeah.
It's been one
How-
circus after the other.
How watchable will the UFC be after Joe Rogan leaves next year? And I know it's easy to say, oh, it's just the commentary. A lot of y'all shouldn't be tripping. But, bro, listen, when you have fighters within the organization tripping about this ordeal right here,
Yeah.
that's the fighters saying something, bro.
Yeah.
So just imagine how many fans this is going to affect.
I don't know, dude. I almost said I'm not gonna watch it, but I will give it a few events to see how it goes before I make a dogmatic opinion on that.
I will say that. I will say this. I will also watch too. But I also think that DC is going to make a fine
Oh,
replacement.
most definitely. Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
You know, DC does have a
'cause
thing
he's
for
done
this.
it before.
DC does have
Yes.
a thing
That's
for
right.
Yeah,
this.
he does.
Huh. That's interesting.
You ever
That's
heard
right, I
DC's
forgot he
commentary?
did.
I think DC. I think
Commentary. No, I've not
DC.
heard personally.
I think I'm not gonna call him Joe Rogan because nobody's gonna be Joe Rogan, bro.
no, no.
Nobody.
No, there's only one-
nobody.
there's only
but
one Joe
DC,
Rogan. There's only one Joe
DC is pretty good at putting things in layman's terms.
Yes, you
Yes.
should go and look on YouTube, Austin, for Daniel
Yeah, I
Cormier's
should look his stuff up.
commentaries on stuff because he is really, really, really good. I mean,
And he brings
for what
the
he
energy,
does.
man. He brings
Yes,
the
he
energy
does.
and
You
passion
can
as well. So
definitely
you can,
tell.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you, it's us guys with those high voices that bring the energy. But I'm just saying.
And it's us guys with the low voices that bring the calmness and the balance.
I'm gonna mute you.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Hey, we got balance here, man. We got a triple beam balance, a quadru. How do you say that?
Whatever you want to call it. Quadruple? beam?
Quadruple?
I don't know.
Comment down below
Quadruple
with the
beam
phrase.
balance.
Please
There we
comment down below with the phrase.
Quadruple beam. I don't know,
Quadruple
bro. That sounds
beam.
like a radio.
Oh,
It's
snap.
the quadruple beam show on
That's
the
a
blade.
that's a mouthful right there.
So
Hey, I like that. No, I like that.
So there was a mic drop at the end of the event.
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah.
John Jones said, "You want to find out what it's like to get your ass whooped by somebody who's 40 pounds less than you." Basically, he's calling that boy out, and he dropped the mic. Now,
Yeah.
interesting enough, I'm watching Raw last night. Okay,
Oh.
SummerSlam,
should've watched that,
SummerSlam is 3 weeks away. The stipulation is as follows. If Brock Lesnar loses the title at SummerSlam, if it's in the plans for WWE to do that, then Brock Lesnar leaves the WWE.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned that
Yeah.
because I just seen an article earlier today that confirms that Brock
I was
is
just gonna
in
say
fact
that.
leaving the
Leaving,
WWE
yes.
in 3 weeks.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Go ahead, Ness, give me the
Yes.
scoop,
Really?
please.
Oh.
That
I
was
didn't,
nice.
read, I, didn't,
Good.
I, didn't, no, I didn't read the whole article, but I just read the headline. The headline reads
Yeah,
that,
you-
that Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar will both be
Are
leaving the
leaving.
WWE in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Woo.
That was gonna be my exclusive, but you beat me to it. So.
Now, I know a lot of
Oh.
you wrestling fans are going to be nodding your head at this and saying, oh, but he's scheduled to fight at No Mercy the following month, or whatever the pay-per-view is. All things, as you guys know, and I've been watching this as long as a lot of y'all, all things are susceptible for what? Change.
Changing.
Change.
The only constant is change, my friend.
Exactly.
That's all I'm telling you.
Words of wisdom, Austin. I like
So-
that. I like that. Will you repeat that again, please, sir?
Hey, the only constant is change,
I like
and
that.
that's some truth.
I like that. I like that.
Exactly.
That's great.
So-
Exactly.
So now, I want to pose a question out there to the public. What is a more exciting, more intriguing matchup? Brock Lesnar versus John Jones, or the clown show that is McGregor Mayweather? Come
oh
on,
God,
let's be real here. You already know.
that's interesting, man. I don't know, man. I really don't know. That's an interesting thought. I'm gonna go with the UFC direction.
Well,
Honestly,
Brock,
Yeah.
Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar and John Jones. That's first of all, that's going to bring in money. Secondly,
That's
I
a
feel
lot
like
of
it's a
money.
fair fight.
Secondly, I dare say it will be the biggest, if not one of the highest grossing pay-per-view events. And I'm also
UFC
talking
history.
live gate here in UFC history. And on top of that, unlike this circus that's going to happen within 4 weeks, this will actually be an MMA fight between somebody who, yes, he's been away from the octagon for a while, and I'm not talking about John Jones, I'm talking about Brock Lesnar. Okay? But however, you read his resume, it reads wrestler, NCAA, and MMA fighter as well.
Yes. So Brock Lesnar is not an amateur at this. He's been doing this for years.
Somebody who
He
was
once-
champion.
He was once champion in the UFC.
Yes.
So he has the resume to back this up. John Jones has the resume to start looking for super fights. I say let's make it happen. Now the
And he
question is,
he deserves. John Jones deserves, and I'm sorry to cut you off, to pencil himself into these super fights. At this point in his
absolutely.
career,
Absolutely.
especially after everything that he's been through and how he's vindicated himself, he deserves it.
Absolutely. Now my question is, when is Brock Lesnar's suspension up?
5 months.
5 months. What are we
Yes.
at? We're in August now, so that means in January his suspension will be up, right?
Yes.
Ooh. So here's what I'm thinking. Here's what they could do. Because you know what? John Jones has some unfinished business in the light heavyweight division with one Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson. I say let's see that. Madison Square Garden. Live, baby, live. November 4th. Let's make it happen.
And you know, John Jones will take a fight before this, obviously, so that he could stay in rhythm.
Of course. And what better
And-
fight to take than Alexander Gustafsson?
And Brock
who
in
is
his
the
own-
cowlosest one to come to beating John Jones.
Now,
Haven't heard
because
that
you-
name in a
I
while.
think Gustafsson beat him, and I think he won that fight, in my opinion, quite frankly. But hey, the judges saw it otherwise. But hey, whatever.
now, Ness, I do have a question for you.
Yes.
In spite of suspension, Brock Lesnar could still train, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So while his suspension winds down until January, he could very well be training for this fight. So, by all means, folks, there's going to be a new champion in WWE come SummerSlam.
Sorry for the spoiler there. If you for you WWE marks who don't like spoilers, my bad.
Oh
Or
man.
our bad.
Oh,
Our
I
bad.
should have
My bad.
said turn your volumes down. Oh well, I spoiled it for a bunch of people. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. I don't know why I find that funny, but I do.
Hey, man. Hey, you're gonna have the WWE marks after you, man.
I know,
Alright.
and God knows they're mean.
Yeah, they are mean. They are mean.
Oh well.
Oh man.
So there's a CM Punk sighting. Apparently, they're talking about. I've seen something about CM Punk recently. I didn't really bother reading too much into that. I'm like, all right. Is he? They say he's on a 3-fight contract.
3 fight.
Rumor has it.
Who the hell else is he gonna
fight?
fight? Who the hell wants to fight him?
I know.
Yeah, I think the intrigue of CM Punk is gone. Okay,
Yeah,
you go.
seriously.
Ain't nobody want to fight him.
he's no longer a draw. Okay.
You know, just
Anyway,
just put a freaking mannequin in the middle of the octagon and let whoever fight
There
that.
you go. And the hover. Yep.
That'll be exciting.
yeah.
Or a robot.
Hey, you know,
Yeah,
there've been MMA fighters who've actually knocked themselves out.
What?
Yeah, look at
Yo.
go on YouTube and search top 10, I believe top 10 knockouts. And there's a list there in which they talk about an MMA fighter who actually ended off knocking himself out.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Wow.
Speaking of impressive knockouts, though, one of the most impressive ways I think that an MMA fighter could knock out their opponents is via slam.
Oh, wow.
Imagine you
Shades
slam
of, shades
Rampage
of,
Jackson.
Rampage Jackson and what the heck was the name of that guy? Was it Carlos? Carlos.
Was it?
Crap, I forget.
Oh,
I
man.
forget.
I don't
forget the
know.
name of that guy. It was in Pride. I forget what his name
Wasn't it Randleman?
Oh.
No, it wasn't Kevin Randleman. No, it was.
I don't know nothing about that then.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
I don't
yeah.
remember that. Wait, what? No, I'm
I can't think of his name right now.
no, not
But
Car
yeah, that
not
big
Car
slam he used to.
not Car Parisian, right?
No, not Carl Parisian.
That's a different division, right?
Yes.
He was middleweight,
welterweight.
correct? Welterweight?
He was welterweight.
I could have sworn he was middle. Okay. But either way, that was impressive, man. I mean, he had Rampage in a triangle choke, and my man pretty much
Then he
lifted
just
him up
lifted him up.
powerbomb style, and bang! That's all she wrote.
The only thing missing was for him to throw him out of the cage.
Yo, seriously. I tell you, bro, I still think the best way to win a fight, if you're an MMA fighter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right in his face.
Aerial assault.
Aerial assault. I like that aerial assault. Oh, snap. Woo. Oh,
Yeah.
man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm fired up, man. It's a new month. It's a new week.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new vibe. It's
yeah.
new sounds. Yo, I like this.
We got it
Yeah,
all.
man.
We got
It's
it all,
dope.
man. We were having some technical difficulties last week, so we weren't able to come back until now. But we got it all straightened
But
out.
we got it all
We're good to
figured
go.
out. Yep.
But
And God
We're
knows,
back and
we
better
did
than
our
ever.
thing.
We're
and
back.
God knows we got some
Sure
good
thing.
things coming up for y'all in this week and the weeks to follow up.
Yep.
So you guys, please stay tuned. We're gonna take y'all on a hell of a ride.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody got
sure.
anything else they want to talk about?
Man, I'm so fired up. I don't even know where. My mind is just racing right now.
Oh, man.
But
So,
you know
Austin-
what? Oh yeah,
Go-
Dana White at the post-fight press
I kind of.
conference.
Sorry.
Well, you know, they asked him about the Tyron Woodley fight, and you know what? One thing I've said here on previous podcasts is that I respect Dana White, the fight fan, because he had the same thoughts as we did on this.
Yes.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he didn't even want to talk about that fight.
No, he was like, let's
Quite
not
frankly.
talk about it. That's exactly what he said. Let's not talk about it.
Dana White, the fight fan. I mean, look, Dana. We can criticize Dana White, the businessman, all day long, no doubt about it, and we will, and
Yeah.
we have, and I'm sure we will in the future.
Absolute.
But Dana White, the fight fan,
Yeah.
can't knock him. He's a fight fan
Yeah.
first.
Now, Austin,
Now
I
with
want
this
to
new ownership, yeah.
ask you something, Austin. I know you've been
Yeah,
away from
sure.
the UFC picture for a while, and you just started watching it again this weekend. I know you were so amped up for this fight; it was crazy good. But how did it feel
Yes.
to pretty much watch UFC again, man? How did
It was pretty cool.
It's cool, man. That's cool. I'm glad you're watching again, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta also get you into Bellator. You're gonna love that.
Yeah, for sure.
You thought, Bellator. You thought UFC. You thought Saturday's UFC event was exciting. When do you see one of these Bellator events? Oh my god.
Crazy
Yeah,
good.
see, I just hope that I'm able to watch it, and I'll leave it at that, because, so I'll have to figure all that out, find ways that I can watch it, so.
Well, when in
'Cause I don't
doubt,
have
there's
cable or anything.
if in doubt, there's always watching it ENTHooligins style.
Yep.
True, yes,
That's
exactly.
right, man. That's right.
That's right.
That is it. That is it.
You know, the crew gets together,
man,
we
I like
all
this
watch
new
it. You know
setup,
what I'm saying?
man.
I love this setup too, bro.
True.
Awesome setup.
And
Yeah,
I
it
do
is an awesome
believe
setup.
the video is going to sound really awesome. I don't mean to take that diversion, but I was listening to our other videos. I'm like, oh my god, this is kind of rough to listen to a little bit.
This is gonna be
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was. It was a little rough. Yeah.
It's going to be
This
nice.
is new sounds. This is a new vibe. Yo, y'all gonna love what we provide. And eventually, once I figure out how to interlace the video with I know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna get into the whole technicality aspect of this because you guys are gonna be bored. But
that's way beyond that.
yeah.
But you know, this is Sports Vista, right? So.
Yep.
Oh, I was so trying to avoid talking about this clown,
Oh
but
no.
I can't. I can't.
Oh, great.
They keep flooding us with this guy.
Okay, let me
Oh,
say
you know where I'm going
something.
here.
Let me say something real quick. So just for the hell of it, I tuned into boxing on Sunday on what was it? Boxing on FS1.
Boxing Sunday.
FS1.
Boxing Sunday
Boxing
on
champ-
FS1. Yes. Whatever boxing championship. What's it called?
Premier Boxing Championship. Yeah.
Premier
Right,
Boxing
right,
Championship.
right. Premier Boxing
PBC.
Championship. Right, PBC.
Yeah.
So I tuned into PBC at 7 in the East on FS1.
Yeah.
Every freaking commercial break, every freaking mid segue, every conclusion of a particular fight, every conclusion of a round, I was reminded. August the 26th, Mayweather McGregor. McGregor Mayweather.
By the way, there's like 100 and some odd hundreds of tickets that still have gone unsold.
So I've heard. So I
So
have
the
heard.
cheapest tickets is $3,500. That's the cheapest tickets for this spectacle.
I'm
You want to
almost
repeat
starting not
that?
to
You want to
care,
repeat that
dude.
price again?
The cheapest tickets is $3,500.
Jesus Christ. I'm
So
almost starting
you
not
are-
to care about this stupid junk
You
anymore.
already
to be
know
honest with you.
that this is going to be a red carpet type crowd at the live event for this circus.
Ain't no
Oh,
It is
UM.
Las
God.
Ain't
Vegas. It
no.
is Las Vegas.
Ain't no UME's gonna be over there, bruh.
No.
It ain't happening.
It's not happening at all. No, it's not happening. Quite frankly, I don't even care to see this event.
Yeah, I don't
Lack
either.
thereof. I'll read
Ain't
about
no
it later.
U.
the
Ain't
next
no
day, or
UME's gonna
I
be
just want to
there.
read about it.
I'll read about
I
it the
don't
next
wanna watch
day.
it.
I know, right? Same here.
Like
I-
we
I-
already
I'm not
know.
gonna-
you know, there's
I'm not
really
gonna
anything to
watch
talk
it, dude, to
about
be
here.
honest with you.
Yeah.
We already know what's gonna
It's not
happen.
worth
Any
my
educated fight fan knows what's gonna happen.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Speaking of
So there you go.
spectacles, speaking of spectacles, this transitioned me into where I was trying to get at here. Speaking of spectacles, when will the freaking mainstream media stop covering this loudmouth, egomaniacal, blowhard LeVar Ball? Can we stop covering this guy already? We stop it already.
Oh, Jesus.
Can we stop
okay.
it already?
Let me ask this. Prior to him hogging up the spotlight, what the hell has this man done?
Not a damn thing.
What the hell has this man done?
Not a damn thing.
Who is he?
And you know the sad thing is is that his
The
kids
person
are the
who
ones that are
this,
going to
the
suffer from
person,
this.
the person whom the spotlight should be on, the spotlight
Lonzo
isn't on,
Ball.
and the person
No,
who
it's not.
this is ultimately affecting and going to affect even more so as this idiot continues on with his ways is his son.
All his sons, plural. Because look at what's
Oh,
been
yeah.
happening now lately.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
LeVar Ball is
Yeah.
the coach of an AAU basketball team in
I
which
know,
his son
yeah.
plays for. He's coaching 15, 16-year-old boys, and he's
Yeah.
acting like a chauvinistic, egomaniacal blowhard. Getting
Again,
into it with referees, storming off the court, and taking his team with him. Like, so not this past week, but the previous week,
Yeah.
last week, his team was winning. He disagreed with the call that the referee made. He got teed up. he got a technical foul. So he got ejected from the game. And because he was so mad about that he then took his team off the court and they essentially forfeited the game. A game in which they were winning.
What a freaking moron!
But
I
because
didn't hear about that until it's now, but okay.
But because this petulant child, egomaniacal, loudmouth moron wants to make it about himself, they stormed off the... He cost his team the game. They were winning this game.
What a freaking
They were
moron!
winning. And then, this past week, he got a female referee removed from the game. You know, because he wanted to be all like, you know, stay in your lane and all this, and wanted to be condescending and chauvinistic and all this nonsense. I mean, the arrogance of this guy. The self-centered, narcissistic, I mean, you know, the list goes on. Well, we continue to talk about this guy. Why does the media continue to cover this guy?
What's he essentially bring to the table? Well, you know what? He brings noise. He brings a whole bunch of noise. A whole bunch of hot air escapes that mouth
and you
of
know
his.
What? And you know, and he brings a whole bunch of toxic waste, a whole bunch of bowel movements and bodily fluids.
Is what it is.
Here's the, and you know, people say, "Oh, it's marketing genius." Is it really marketing? What the hell is?
What's
this
so
really
genius
marketing
about
genius?
that marketing? What the freak?
Yeah.
Is he making any money here? No, because he's not selling those overpriced shoes of his. Okay, he cost his son Lonzo millions of dollars in shoe endorsements. Now he's made an ass out of himself everywhere he goes, embarrassing his children. Shouldn't this be about the children, not about him?
Sorry about that, bro. I was drinking water. Where are the
This should
shoes?
be about-
What are the shoes? $500?
$500.
$500 freaking dollars.
When will we start? I mean, he keeps making it about him. He wants to live vicariously through his sons, as we all know.
Of course, and I've said that how many times
Now-
on here.
And now this man is allowed to coach young men. This is the example you want to set for those boys. That when you don't agree with the call that the referee is making, you just storm off the court like a little bitch, like a little baby.
Basically. And let's call it what it is. That's exactly what he acted like a little bitch,
Yeah.
as you stated.
Like yeah. Excuse me for that. I mean, good Lord, this guy just, geez, one thing after the other just continues to irk the hell out of me. But here's the thing.
That's all right, bro.
He- all he-
Listen.
all
We
he had to do-
we never promised to be all the way clean now.
Yeah, that's true. We didn't. Sometimes we get a little sometimes it's necessary. All he had to do was just leave the court by himself. His team was winning the game. There was no reason for him to take them off the court and forfeit the game. They were winning. They were winning. But he wanted to make it all about himself again.
And who in their right mind would forfeit a freaking game when they're winning? Winning. You know, the key word here is winning.
Thank you. Winning.
Winning.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm feeling
And
this.
the sad part, this is actually perfect for this segment.
Yeah, it is.
The sad part is that our targets because of him.
Of course.
People are rooting against these young men to fail because of their father. You know how sad it is that people are rooting for 19-year-old Lonzo Ball and 15-year-old LaMelo Ball to fail? This is where we're at now.
Nah, that's just sad, bro.
Like, we should never. No.
Yeah.
That's just freaking sad, bro.
It's messed up, man.
I really hope these kids do.
And how are
succeed
these
in
kids?
spite
And how
of
are these kids?
their father.
And how are these kids gonna rebound from this? Because you know what? I'm gonna say this, bro. Their future is already screwed thanks to this idiot.
Yes.
Right.
This man has done nothing.
'Cause
but run
what
his
this
mouth
guy
and
does-
act like a damn fool.
Right. You know, and unfortunately, this idiot's actions reflect
his
on
son.
his sons.
Look at Lonzo. Lonzo Ball is the total opposite of his father. He's quiet.
He's a
reserved.
quiet
All he wants
kid.
to do is play ball.
He's a very quiet kid. But you know what? Eventually, what happens? I
Lonzo Ball.
hope that eventually doesn't come to fruition, bro. I really hope that this guy stands his ground. I hope that he still continues on this path of maturity, that he's able to realize what an idiot his father is. You know what, bro? I need another bottle of water real quick.
Hold on, I got one right here. I need a sip of water right quick before I say my next statement.
Unbelievable. This guy is amazing.
You know. I mean, it is so sad. I mean, Lonzo Ball should be the one in the spotlight right now, not his loudmouth father. Okay, Lonzo Ball is the athlete here, and I really hope this young man succeeds in spite of his father trying to make it all about him.
Likewise.
I mean, because he doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve this to be be embarrassed by his father. Because this is a circus that his father has created.
Exactly.
Lonzo Ball didn't create this circus. His father did.
Exactly.
I mean, and let's be real here. Lonzo Ball is getting all of this attention, and most of it has been negative because of his father.
It's not even his fault.
It's not even his fault. And that's the sad part. It's not even his
Because
fault.
the kid isn't to blame
apparently.
here. Again, I'm going to repeat. This kid is quiet, man. He doesn't talk much.
No.
And he ain't a loudmouth
doesn't-
like his father either.
No, he's not an egomaniac. He's not a loudmouth. He's not obnoxious. He wants to go out there, play ball. He's an unselfish player, by all accounts. But because of his father, you got people rooting for him to fail.
Exactly.
His father has placed a target on his back.
Unfortunately,
Because
that's the case.
Because what his loudmouth father is either oblivious to or doesn't give a damn about, the fact is his son is the one that has to go out there and back up everything that his father is saying.
Correct. Everything. Unbelievable.
And the media continues,
pretty
whether it's
interesting.
ESPN, whether it's the mainstream media continues to report on this guy.
And he keeps on making appearances on individual shows, and they keep on covering him. And everything this guy says, everything he touches is media gold. Hence,
Yeah,
that's
and
why
there's-
they keep him around. Because, hey, listen, it's a win-win for everybody. We got something to report on, and, you're on the spotlight.
We already have a circus to report on. It's called the 45th President of the United States. We don't need another one. We don't need another. What has LeVar Ball done? Nothing.
Hey,
No, something, bro.
no.
You know something, bro? I mean, it's incredible. You listen, bro. The media.
His is more of a circus.
The media.
I'll leave it at that.
There's a circus everywhere, bro.
Yeah. You know what? Life's just whole circus, man. Whatever.
It really
You know?
is. It really is. Everywhere you freaking look.
Everywhere,
When you
yeah.
think about it, man.
This is a byproduct of the reality show era that we now live in.
Yes.
That's what this is.
Man.
We now live in the
my
reality
goodness,
show era.
dude.
That's what this is.
I got.
And you
darn.
look everywhere. The sports world. A lot of it is a circus. You look at politics. A lot of it is a circus. You look at the
is a
fight
circus,
game.
period.
You look at the
Circus.
fight game. The fight game is a circus.
Yeah, like
Bring
I
on
said,
the
everything
clowns
is,
and the
man.
elephants and the jugglers and the tight ropers and all that. Bring them all. Let's go. Barnum and Ringling Brothers, eat your heart out.
Wait a minute, they're not around anymore.
They just ended recently.
Yeah, they're done.
R.I.P. Ringling Brothers.
They're defunct.
Wow.
That's it.
Heck, even they couldn't last.
So is
Wow.
Barnum and
God.
Bailey, aren't they? Didn't they just stop?
Yeah, they
Like
did.
you said, they're defunct. They're
Yeah,
done.
like in May.
Peace. See ya.
No. You
Yep.
said no. You said Ringling Brothers.
Well, same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
They just. When was that? Was last year, right?
Oh,
The-
God.
Yeah, it was last
I
No,
believe
it
it was this year.
It was in May, I think.
Was it?
It was
this year?
That
this
was like
year.
in May sometime,
Was it this
man.
year? I thought it was last year. Okay.
Oh, I
Yes.
thought it was last year too.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, shout out to this free royalty stuff, man. A lot of it is pretty
Yeah,
poppin'.
dude.
It
It's
really
pretty
is.
nice. I gotta tell
Hey,
you.
somebody from New Japan should come out to this.
Now this is freaking Japan type stuff. I was
Yeah.
This is good.
racist, but
This is good stuff.
That'd be a nice track to listen to while doing the gameplay.
dude, there was a couple tracks back. Sounded like Killer Instinct, bro. I'm like,
It really
yo,
did.
I
Yo.
know.
It really did.
This is straight out Killer
It really
Instinct.
did.
I'm
I
was
sitting
like,
there like,
what?
Oh, by the
man.
way, I got some new Killer Instinct footage coming up pretty soon on the channel, so stay tuned for that.
Nice.
folks.
Hell yeah, got
Yeah.
some Eagle
Gonna get back to
gameplay.
them gameplays.
I was so
Yes.
close. That's all I'm saying. I was so close.
Yeah, but who
Dude,
won?
we're gonna get
Who's
into
still,
AI.
who's still,
But no-
Yeah,
who's still the
I know,
king?
I
Actually,
know.
Who's still the
I
king of
know,
Killer
but
Instinct?
I
was
Austin,
so
I know you. I know you
close.
got a W off of me. I know you got a W
should-
off of me, bro.
Listen, I can play KI right now, bro. I got
Oh.
on this PC, I got an Xbox controller right here. We can get into it, man.
There you
we
have
should
it,
get
ladies
a
and
shot,
gentlemen. There
actually.
you have it, ladies and gentlemen. A public challenge has been thrown out there. Here we go.
The question is, will he accept?
We were, man.
Of course I
Okay,
accept.
well, we
I'm the
went way
champion
off
in this.
topic.
So stay tuned
Wow.
for that, folks. Stay tuned
This-
for that.
This is Sports Vista, so I guess it kind of counts a
yes,
little bit.
yeah. We are talking about
Because video
competition.
video
So we-
gaming
We
is
are
a
talking
sport
about
now,
competition, yeah.
actually.
It's competition, yeah. So
Yep, that
I got
works.
some Killer Instinct footage coming up. I also got Tekken 7 comparison. So basically, what I'm gonna be doing is comparing Tekken 7 on the PS4 to the Xbox One, so you guys can see what loads faster, what plays
That's
more
always fun.
fluently, and what sounds and looks better. So stay tuned for that. A lot of good
always
stuff
fun, right?
coming up, guys. A lot of good stuff. So stay tuned. You guys got anything else
Nice.
to say, man? I'm fired up. This podcast today is fire, FYA,
Oh
baby.
man,
Yeah.
I'm fired up as well, man. And
I'm fired up
stay
too,
tuned.
man.
Stay tuned for
I'll
all the
stay
content we
tuned.
got coming up. I mean, hey, we got more gameplays, podcasts, reactions, etc., etc. We got it all coming.
Yep, that's right.
That's right, man. You know, we got endless possibilities, Sports Vista. We talk about the fight game. We
sir.
talk about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We do video gameplays and so
all.
much more. We are the entertainment hub for all. We are ENTHooligins. That's right, baby. Coming at you each and every week live, baby, live.
Yes, yes sir.
That's right, man.
Yes, sir.
And boy, we really do feel rejuvenated now with this. It's a new beginning of a new month, new beginning, new chapter. Yeah, the best is yet to come. The best
That's right.
is yet to come.
That's
Yeah,
right,
as
and
we
I'm
attempt to
loving
use-
this new system, man. I'm loving it.
Yeah, dude.
As we
Dude,
attempt to
it
use
is
this
super
platform.
nice. You know,
As we attempt to
everybody,
use this
you know,
platform
sounds
to its
like
fullest.
yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Everybody
Awesome.
sounds
Very
way
awesome.
better, man. Nobody's,
Yes.
you know, dropping out, auto gaining, whatever you want to call it, man. It's nice.
Boy,
And the music doesn't sound like crap. By the way, ugh.
Thank
it
you.
sounds awfully
Man.
clear. Yeah, everything is clear. Everything's clear. Everything's crystal
Dude,
clear.
this is like,
Awesome.
I'm trying to think. This is like, what's that? Like the old Killer Instinct, dude. On the SNES.
Oh yeah.
Ready.
It really
It does have
does,
that-
doesn't
It
it?
does have that. It does
Yeah,
have
it
that arcade
does.
feel.
It
The
really
classic.
does.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo,
really
this
does,
is
man.
dope.
This is nice,
So
man.
you guys got anything y'all wanna say before we head on
hold
out of
on.
here? Because I don't think we got anything else to give you folks for today. But that doesn't mean
246.
that we are out and done for the count.
No,
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 sir.
no. This is all we got.
How, well, hold on. How about the
Go ahead.
magic, you guys? For real, what do you guys think about the moves that we did? Because I'm a huge Magic fan, and I
Oh, we
would
know-
like to talk
okay.
about that a little bit,
Go ahead.
All right,
you
let's
don't
talk
mind.
Orlando Magic.
if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I, for one, am stoked, dude. I really, really, really am stoked, man, because we got rid of that GM, Rob Hennigan.
And I know you've been
5
waiting
years
for that.
too late. 5 years too late. I almost used a word. They messed up big time when they hired him, bro, I think. I'm just being real. And we're finally getting away from position basketball. You know, like everybody's going to do what they do, you know, because, you know, that's how the NBA is now. And I think we're finally modernizing, dude. And I'm excited, man. I really am, dude. I hope, man, because we haven't listen. We haven't had excitement in Orlando since 2012, basically. Ever since when Dwight left,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
it, dude.
Now let me
And I was
ask
talking
you.
with the Lyft driver
Uh-huh.
about this, and he said, "Man, Dwight should not have left, man, because they could have built around him." I'm like, exactly.
They could have.
Now, Austin, let
And
me
here's
ask
the
you.
thing about Dwight Howard.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but one more thing for you. And you notice what happened since Dwight Howard left Orlando? He's been 5 teams, 5 years. I'll leave it at that.
Oh my God, that's true. Holy crap! You're right.
Well, it's been bad for both sides because look at the Magic.
It has.
It really has.
I mean,
Well,
it's been
that's
bad
the
for
point.
both sides. Yeah.
That's the whole point.
But Austin,
giving
let me ask you this: since we've been talking basketball,
Yeah.
you know, and we're sticking to
Yes,
that.
yes.
Now,
Sure.
it's no secret, as you mentioned, you're a huge Magic fan, but you're also a big fan of the
Yes,
NBA.
big NBA fan. Yes.
Yes,
So,
I am.
in terms of competition, what needs to happen in the NBA in order for competition to be more of a level playing field?
Well, before you answer that, I want to ask you: do you feel like the competition is lacking, or go ahead?
I'm trying to think. Well, if you want my honest to goodness opinion, I think that so many guys want to be on this quote-unquote super team, kind of like, you know, how Derrick Rose went to Cleveland.
Yes.
And I don't know how that's going to work. I mean, no offense to Derrick Rose, but as we all know, he's very injury prone, so I do not know how that's going to work.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
hasn't really been there since his rookie year. This isn't bashing Derrick Rose hour, but we can just look at the facts as they are.
Correct. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that's become too regulated, man. Honestly, because back in the old days, man, it was fun, dude. And I
Yes.
think people have made it about themselves. Like, let's be about the team, man. It isn't about you and your deal with Adidas or whoever it is. It's about a team, man.
And you know what? And you know what? Yes, one can look at basketball from back then, and they can say, "Oh,
Yeah.
but the Boston Celtics were
I'm old
dominant.
school.
Oh, but the Chicago Bulls were dominant. Oh, but the LA Lakers were dominant." Yeah, but you know what? In spite of their dominance, it was still an open field, and it was still a thing of it's anybody's game, and it's anybody's
Yes.
championship
There
for the
was-
taking.
It wasn't.
Everybody
It
did
wasn't
their
so
part.
blatantly obvious to see who was going to win.
Correct.
Right, exactly. Like here's the thing. And
Right.
this is just my observation, but if it wasn't for LeBron James and a couple other people, I don't think Cleveland would have been in the playoffs, dude. I'm just being
No,
real. Their
absolutely no.
Their
No,
bench
that's not-
really sucked.
No, that's a
it
fact.
really
That's
was.
fact. That's not.
That's a
that's
fact.
Not that's
That's
not
a
an opinion.
fact.
That's a fact.
That's
Who
a
is it?
fact.
Who is it?
That's an absolute
it,
fact.
It,
yeah.
it was LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and maybe a couple other dudes.
Kevin
But
Love
Golden
and
State,
Tristan
man,
Thompson.
they have freaking
Bro, no matter
Westbrook,
where you look,
freaking
Yeah.
Durant.
you
know,
get one guy, the other dude will kill you.
right? It's
They
just,
got Golden State has they have Steph Curry, they got
Yeah.
Draymond, they got Klay
Exactly.
Thompson, they got KD. They got
one guy's
they got a
having an
fantasy
off
squad.
night,
You cover
y'all
one guy,
aren't
you gotta
screwed.
worry about the other one.
Right. But if like LeBron or Kyrie has an off night for Cleveland, they're
It's done.
screwed.
It's done.
Yeah.
Like
And
seriously.
They are.
unfortunately, LeBron James really gets no assists where he's at.
No,
No,
he really doesn't.
no,
Unfortunately. And I heard about that Kyrie's like very unhappy in Cleveland now. All of a sudden.
Oh no, this
that's
isn't all of a
just
sudden.
interesting.
This
Has been
Oh, really?
brewing. Yeah.
Those two
really?
have-
okay.
yeah, there's
I've
been
really
a-
been paying
there's been a-
attention.
This
Yeah.
has
Okay.
This has been brewing.
For the past few
I
years,
got a
they have
bold-
kind of had this back and forth. Yeah.
Bold prediction here, man, but
Go ahead.
watch Cleveland's downfall, dude. Just saying. I mean, it's going to be gradual, but you can only be so good for so long, dude.
Now,
So-
there's been talks about LeBron possibly going to the Lakers.
to the
in
Lakers, yeah.
2018,
To the Lakers.
Yeah, yeah, I heard about that.
which I think is hilarious because that
That's
team is
funny.
rebuilding. I don't know why would he want to go.
I
there,
don't
but
think
anyway.
LeBron James is that stupid. Or stupid at
No,
all.
I
or
hope not.
stupid at all.
I hope not.
Or stupid at all. I have to
I
say
hope
it.
not.
I have to emphasize that.
But
No.
there is absolutely no doubt that LeBron James is the best player today, and the Warriors are
Yeah?
the best team.
Yes. Yeah, I would agree, honestly.
There's no disputing that. I mean, the Warriors are the
I
best
don't-
team. LeBron is the best player.
And yeah, I've gone on social media and I've been critical of LeBron James and I've said a few things that
Yeah,
I'm not going to
I have
repeat here.
too.
But we cannot
No.
take away from that man's talent.
The talent.
Oh, absolutely
yes, the
not.
talent,
No.
exactly.
No.
We
The
cannot.
talent's there, dude.
And we gotta, and you know what? To some degree, I could even feel for the guy whenever he doesn't accomplish a particular goal, because nobody likes to
Yeah.
fail at anything, especially when you set your mind to do something and you don't obtain what ultimately you set yourself to achieve.
Correct. And you know, and as we
sure.
have said on previous podcasts, you cannot win a title by yourself. You need a team.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
LeBron's the best player, but the Warriors were the best team. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
why is that so hard for people to understand?
I mean, dude, they swept the crap out of. They almost said Cleveland, for goodness sake, dude.
Almost, yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
they almost went
yeah.
16-0 in the
Yeah.
finals, man. Listen, I listened to all of those games, every single last one of them, and even me and Mo were listening to one together at one point, I think. And we're like, yeah, exactly. We spent many nights talking about this topic.
We did. We
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
And this is
Yep.
and this is what inspired us to do this. ENTHooligins. We're like, man, we got something with this, man. We need to do this.
It's funny.
On record.
Because Mo and I also talked about doing something along these lines, too. Like, yeah.
Yes.
Over the years as well. It's like, yeah.
Yep. And now it's like, yep, let's go for it.
Now here we are.
And it is absolutely fun. It's been a blast, guys, and I know it.
Yeah,
boy,
it's been a blast,
it sounds like we're about to give a retirement speech, doesn't it? It's been a blast, guys. I
No.
really thank you for all the moments together and for all of your support. But
Yeah.
no. But
No,
no.
heck no, brother.
All
We're
this to
getting
say,
started
it's been a
up
blast,
here.
and there's only more to come, y'all. Serious.
Absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
man. The best is yet to come. You know,
Oh yeah.
we want to use it. We want to use this platform to its fullest potential, man. And that's,
We're looking to inform. We're looking
we're
to
doing.
entertain. We're looking to, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
We're looking to make a
That's it.
change, not only for you guys, but for the world. You know what I mean? Let people know
all
what's
for
up.
one,
Exactly.
all for one, and one for all, man.
That's
Like,
it.
hey, let's do this.
That's it.
Star Fox, you've been quiet.
I have nothing to
Yeah.
say.
They've been
Got nothing?
hardcore.
Nope. Anything? You got anything that you want to add to this?
Nope.
You sure?
All right.
Yep.
You don't want to say hi to our people, to our beloved public?
Hey guys.
Wow. You know, they're not going to like us much with that delivery.
Oh man.
No, I've said it before. That's why.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Casual Tuesday here at ENTHooligins. So
Yeah,
hey guys,
really.
Casual Tuesday. What?
Casual
the-
Tuesday.
Who says that? Yo,
That's-
get out of the building,
that's a
man.
new one.
Get out of here, bro.
That's-
Somebody,
Get outta here.
somebody let him go. Somebody let him Casual Tuesday. Man, get out of here with that.
Casual Tuesday. Wow. Oh crap! I almost said the S word. Wow.
You were that close, my friend.
I was close. I was like, oh. Wow.
Said Casual Tuesday. I don't know why that
Casual
sounds funny, but it does.
It's Casual Tuesday on ENTHooligins.
On ENTHooligins, Casual Tuesday. Huh?
That's just such a hacky radio bit. So what's tomorrow gonna be?
God.
It's Wacky Wednesday
Wacky
on
Wednesday
ENTHooligins.
on ENTHooligins.
It's Throwback Thursday.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Excuse me. Oh wow. Wow,
what's
this is
Friday
interesting.
What's Friday gonna be?
People are
then?
like, what are you guys on up there?
I know, right?
You know?
So it's Friday. It's Coolin' Friday.
It's Cool and Friday. What?
It's Coolin' Friday.
Cool and Friday.
It's
Cool
never
and
mind,
Friday.
I'll be quiet. It's Cool and Friday.
It's Coolin' Friday.
So let's have a cold one and cool.
and cool, yeah. 'Cause it's Coolin'.
I'm on fire.
Really, bro?
I may
Let's
as well.
have a, really,
yo.
bro,
I'm on
let's have,
fire.
really, bro, let's have a cold one and it's
So
cool.
then what? So then
Hey, I like that. Hey, that
so
was
then
good.
Saturday, it's we chillin' Saturday. So let's
We
have
chillin' Saturday. What?
so let's
And then-
have like a chilled one. Let's have it. And then on Sunday, it's, hey, wait a minute. I got it.
We're on fire
So
over
on,
here.
so on Sunday, right? On Sunday, no joda.
Hey.
Oh,
Right?
hey.
Wait a minute.
Easy,
Hold
easy.
on.
Easy
Hold
with
on.
that.
Go ahead.
Hold on. There's one more. And Baja Blast Sunday.
Blast Sunday.
There you go.
Baja Blast Sunday.
There you go.
Baja Blast Sunday, nice.
There you go.
Baja Blast Sunday.
There you go,
So
BBS.
I like it.
Wait a minute. We need Monday. What is Monday?
Oh God.
Monday.
Monday.
Monday. What is
I don't know.
Monday?
I don't know. More on Monday. I don't know.
More on Monday. I don't know.
More on Monday.
More on Monday.
It's
More on Monday on ENTHooligans.
Who's the biggest? More on the.
Who's the biggest one ever?
It's got to be Ness for
It's-
starting this trend. It's got.
Wow.
Wow. Which is what is it Tuesday?
Casual Tuesday.
Casual Tuesday. I'm gonna.
No,
We gotta put this.
Oh my
We gotta
gosh.
put this on the page, man. We gotta write
Yes.
this down because this is funny.
Oh man, I think we should
wow.
conclude with that, y'all.
Yeah, that was
Ladies and
good.
Yes, we
gentlemen,
should conclude,
he
yeah.
got his donuts.
Yes, he got
Finally,
his.
he got
God,
his
it's
donuts.
yeah.
And he got
Finally.
his donuts.
Unbelievable.
Oh crap.
Wow.
Anyway, folks, for ENT,
After that,
I am Baby Morty. She's Star
I'm
Fox.
Ness.
He's Ness, and he's Austin.
Until next time, y'all.
I'm out of
God
here.
bless.
Till next time.
God bless you. I almost forgot. Look at that. You almost made. See ya. Oh, I like this.
it's
I
like
do.
Star Fox, dude.
Yeah,
That's pretty nice,
let's
I gotta
leave him
tell
with
you.
this.
Yeah, why not, man? Awesome.
And then we got panning. Wow, that's nice. I like the 8-bit thing, panning. It's actually a really nice touch.
It is, yeah, it is. Yeah.
I like that drum. Boom, boom, boom.
Round one. Fight.
That's like Killer Instinct, dude. My goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right,
That
folks.
stuff is pretty nice.
Keep us locked, y'all. Haha.
Oh. I forgot we were on air.
Y'all gotta be on y'all toes.
Holy crap.